as a gift and why? Honestly, I don't think I've really given many books as a gift, and if I do give a book as a gift, it's like a book that someone's wanted. But I really like A Court of Thorns and Roses. I think that book's really good. Like the whole series. I'm on the last book of the series, but I haven't picked it up since the winter. I read all 4 in like 2 months, and then the last book, I just need to read it. But there's a couple more in here. Let me see which ones I can, because there's a lot of questions in this comment. What is an unusual habit or absurd thing that you love? An unusual thing that I love is sriracha. I have an unhealthy love for sriracha and make salt honey, but like an actual like thing or activity, I feel like I'm really like uninteresting and basic in that sense. I really like aerial silks. I used to do aerial silks, and my friend took me to her high school's like circus show, and it made me really want to do it again. What advice would you give to a smart, driven college student about to enter the real world? What advice should they ignore? I honestly feel like I'm not qualified because I'm literally a freshman in college, but I would just say pursue your dreams and make sure that you feel in your heart that you're doing good things for people and being a good person. I don't know. I'm sorry guys, those questions were really hard for me because I feel like I'm not like qualified to answer those. Okay. Do you do collabs? I haven't done a collab in a really long time. I'm actually the worst person ever. Like when I say I'm flaky, it's like I'm the most unintentionally flaky person where I'll agree to something and then literally like I'll be about to get arrested, pulled over on the side of the road for something I didn't know was wrong, or I will literally pick up a stray dog on the side of the road and have to give it a bath. Like I always on accident I'll like flake on things, and so collabs I flaked on. There was one collab that I didn't do that I really regret, and I need to text her about it because I was in Europe. But she texted me while I was in Europe, so it wasn't like that. Favorite trip or vacation you've gone to, and where's somewhere else you'd like to go? My favorite trip I've gone to, by far, Greece. I'm in love with Greece. I would literally die to live there someday, and I'm just obsessed with the culture, the people. Like, I feel like that sounds so ignorant and like, but like genuinely, I don't know what it is. Like whenever I see someone go to Europe, I feel like this burning desire. I feel like it's all my European ancestors like born in me, like being like, go back like to my motherland. But I'm trying to get my Italian citizenship right now because yeah, my like great grandma immigrated here from Italy. Like my family loves Europe. Like my entire family like wants to go back, but we'll see. And then where do I want to go? Spain. España. But I'm gonna try to study abroad there next summer. Tips for getting into college in freshman year. I just made a freshman year advice video if you want to watch that, because those are pretty much all of like my tips. But how to get into college, I would say it's important to have a well-rounded application. Make sure you have some good extracurriculars and do some nice things for your community. I would also say good grades really help as well, and so does your essay. Your essay does play a big role in when you get into college. I don't think my essay was really strong because I think the way that I wrote it was strong, but my like counselor changed it pretty much completely, and so it sounded like a paper for like a class, and I feel like that definitely nerfed me a little bit, but in the long run I don't think it did. I still got into my school, but yeah, I think grades, SAT, ACT, I had to always have some sort of hyperfixation, so talk about any interesting things happening in college. I feel like I would have to make a whole video for that. Like, if you guys want to hear my crazy college stories, like, I will make a video for that, because there are a lot of crazy stories, but I can't think of like just one to tell y'all. I don't know. Also, these eyelashes really make me mad because they're so short, and like on the other side they're longer. And why is my microphone making that sound? It's really making me mad. Okay. Next one is, what do you do when you're down or upset? I always go for a walk or go outside. And my parents tell me all the time, it's so funny. Whenever I was crying as a baby or really upset, they would take me outside and just walk me in a stroller, and I would be happy in like 2 minutes. And I feel like still to this day, like whenever I'm sad or upset, I go outside when it's warm out. When it's cold out, I low-key just like sit in my bed and cry, but that's a good thing too, like to let it all out. But yeah, I love to take a walk. Advice for making friends in college: I would join clubs, join a sorority or a fraternity if you're into that, join sports, find some sort of organization that interests you, and then also try to meet people on your floor if you're living in a dorm. Talk to your roommates if they're chill. If they're not chill, then there's so many other places to find your mates. But yeah, I would say I found the most friends at my dorm floor and in my sorority. Okay, I have a question. What do you think is the best thing to do when you're being bullied? I honestly don't know. I got bullied like all of my middle school experience, and it was really, really, really bad. Like, at my school we would get like, sorry, my chair is so uncomfortable right now, but at my school we would get like touched and harassed in that way, and then also verbally. But for me, I honestly just had to wait it out, and I think it's better if you act like, if you like laugh it off, because I would get really upset and I would cry like at school, and I would be really emotional, and I think that only made it worse. So I would like try to laugh it off, or like, I don't know, because I would always fight back and try to embarrass them and do all this stuff. It was always boys. I would never do that to a girl, but yeah, I would try to fight back to the boys, and it just made me look like, oh, she's so mad, like that's so funny, you know. So I would try to be as nonchalant as you can. Tung 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 sahur, or tralalero tralala. I try to say, oh, that's really hard. I would say tung. What's something that you own that says most about who you are? I feel like I own my personality and weirdness. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys know on YouTube, but I don't always act that way. Like, in real life, I'm really like weird and cringe as a joke, kind of, but I'm also just really, I think it's so funny to say something that's so outlandish and cringe and corny, and like watch like my sister cringe and my friends cringe. I think that's so funny, and I'm just so weird. Like, I'm genuinely like really like an odd person, but I own it, and I think it's so funny, and I love it. But yeah, and I love when other people are weird too, because then we can like be weird together. But I honestly, I have social anxiety when it comes to like talking to new people, because I'm very shy, but I don't have social anxiety at all if like I'm in a store and I'm just doing my own thing. Like, I will literally dance on the ground of a grocery store, like run around, do whatever I want to do. If it came to like calling someone on the phone, then I'm scared. But I really don't have social anxiety in public places, as long as I'm not expected to talk to anyone. So I don't know. I want to ask you, you're doing great. Yes, I am doing well. Yeah. What are you most proud of? I'm honestly most proud of my sister and my family, and the way that I was raised. I think I am so grateful for my parents and what they taught me as a kid, and my sister being in my life. I'm sorry for my dog. And I feel like I'm so proud of them for just being so amazing, to where I got always had this fear that like, oh, the second I get to college, I'm gonna fail out. I'm gonna fail out my first semester. I'm gonna fail out. I'm not gonna make it. And like being able to see myself work hard and achieve my goals has really impacted me and made me so grateful. What matters most to me in college? Happiness, mental health for me, my roommates, my family. I really worry about my family when I'm away, and especially my dad. So I try to call him as much as I can and make sure my family knows how much I love them. Okay. Of all your outfits, which are your 3 favorites? I don't think I have one. I really don't have one. I'm so sorry. I can like show you some of my faves, but okay. Which is your favorite, Georgia or Florida? Florida. But I love Georgia too. Oh, Georgia's beautiful. But so is Florida. That dog. Thought he was done. I love South Florida a lot, but I love North Georgia. Oh, and I love South Georgia and like North Florida. That's so hard. I don't know. Both. Tapping or scratching? Scratching, maybe, I guess. I don't know. God, I can't make decisions. Cinema or movie at home? Movie at home. Do you like wearing cologne? I don't personally wear cologne. I usually wear more perfumes. My favorite men's fragrance is, I like a lot of Dolce & Gabbana scents. I like Versace. I think it's the Versace one. It's like a teal bottle with like cool designs on it, and it looks really cool. That's a scent that like I know some people wear that I really like it. I also like, this one's kind of PTSD for me, but I really love Mont Blanc Explorer. But it's low-key PTSD. My weird dad wears it. What are your favorite flowers? Daffodils, 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 daffodils. How did you know you were comfortable with your sexuality? I was lucky enough to grow up in a family where sexuality was never a taboo subject. My parents talked to me about it all the time, about their sexualities, like how they figured that out, all the things. And I was allowed to ask them questions about it and really kind of dive into what that meant. And I still don't even know what my sexuality is, and I frankly don't really care to label it just for me, because that just makes things more confusing, and then I feel like I'm lying to people if I don't act a certain way or feel a certain way, and I just don't like to put a label on myself. But yeah, I mean, I grew up in such a loving household where any sexuality would have been accepted, but I remember being in 5th grade and like thinking that I liked girls a lot. Like I just had this like epiphany where I was watching like Pretty Little Liars, and I was in love with Emily, and like her name was like Maya or something, I don't know, I think, and like they were girlfriends, and I remember watching that and feeling like butterflies in my stomach and like really having a huge crush on, I think it was more Emily, but I thought they were both really hot, and I was like in love with Shay Mitchell, and I would like sit in my room and like sob and cry and think I was disgusting. But that was not on my parents at all. But I think over time I just kind of thought like, whatever, which is such a privileged thing to say, and I am so privileged to even be able to think that way. But I've just always in my heart known that I love who I love, and not really ever been embarrassed of that. And I have the privilege to not be embarrassed about that. Obviously I've gotten made fun of for it, but whatever. What inspired you to take the courses you were in college? I've always had a passion for the environment. Like my major is environmental science. And also guys, I'm going to answer a couple more of these questions, but I might have to make a part 2 because I'm supposed to watch a show with my dad. But I remember being 8 years old in my elementary school, and they made us sit through this long presentation, and I was like, bruh, eyes glued, and I was like, that's amazing. And I went home and I was like, Mom, Dad, we have to start recycling like, oh my god. And I would just play in the dirt all day, and I knew that I wanted to do something environmental. And then when COVID happened, it really secured that I want to do something with environmental racism and the intersectionality there, because it is truly such a bigger issue than we realize. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but that's kind of what inspired my whole journey. It was like environmental racism, that whole idea in my head, and just honestly environmental discrimination in general, like the intersections, sexuality, race, class, gender, all of the things. I think it's so interesting and terrible and devastating to learn about, but I want to. And then, how do you stay motivated when you don't feel the best physically and mentally? Girl, I'm the wrong person to ask those questions. I'm so unmotivated. My roommates think I'm literally a lazy piece of crap because I barely ever do my work. I'm just lucky. But honestly, I will drink like a little Alani, go to like a coffee shop. I usually have to take Adderall. But yeah, I usually like to get out of my dorm, go somewhere like outside or somewhere fun that gives off like a work vibe, and do it there. I don't know. I'm such a bad person to ask that question. I feel like. Okay. Would you ever choose to take ASMR as a career or as a side hustle? Yeah, I want ASMR to be my job for now. Like, I've always wanted. I didn't start ASMR to have it be a job, or I never expected to get even one subscriber, to be fully honest with you guys. I was just bored in my room and I just wanted to make an ASMR video. It was more of like a personal diary for me. The whole like subscribers wasn't my first thought. Of course, when it happened, I was so grateful for you guys, and it felt like a movie where people like know who I am and watch my videos, and like I'm not just a person in my bedroom talking to my wall. And that was so exciting, but I never expected it to turn into a career, and that's not at all why I started my channel, which is why I think I started doing really well when I did, because it was such a passion of mine, and I just love filming so much, and I still do love filming. And now that I've been filming for a while, I feel like I could see it becoming like my job for college, and possibly even after. Just not a full-time job, probably, because oh, sorry guys, don't hate me, that was my mirror. But I have always said I have a mission in my life. I have a purpose, and I think my purpose is for environmental justice or sustainability work. And I would never go down a different path unless, not true, but even if I was a millionaire, I would be an environmental justice activist for my career. Like, I don't know. So I would love to have a YouTuber's job, but I have, like, I guess a different, like, a full goal for my life. I don't know if that makes sense. Do you play any sports? I did aerial silks, cheer, and gymnastics. Cheer and gymnastics was elementary school, bruh, but so excited in middle school. I tried cross country in middle school. I'm not a big sporty person. What are some characteristics or preferences that you look for in a guy? Kind, treats me well, nice, like no red flags off the bat. I'm so picky with guys. That's really bad, but I am. Like, if I ask a man to do something, like if I'm like, I want to call you more for long distance, I'm like, oh, I want to call you more, and he's like, oh, I can't, I'm busy. It doesn't call me for like a week and forgets about it, like, you're done. favorite show, Shameless, probably. I have so many favorite shows though. So many. What are the main qualities you look for in friends?